Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be mid-April messages for the sign of Pisces. What's going on, Pisces? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, if you're a returning viewer, you kind of already know the deal, but for those who are, did I say if you're new around here? I meant to say if you are a returning viewer, familiar with my format, you know what's going on. But for those who are new, welcome. That's the main spread there. What I'm going to do now is shuffle for the outcome and the overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. You can look down in the description box for a timestamp if you want to jump ahead to when the reading actually begins. I will not be offended and I won't even know the difference. Also down in that description box, you will find the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you've been thinking about doing that for a while, or this is your first time here and you're like, why not? I would say do it. Do it, do it, do it. Because come June, I'm going to raise the price on that reading. That's the biggest reading that I do. Well, it's the only reading I do for you guys. I do all kinds of readings for friends and stuff. Anyway, so that's the only reading I offer for now. But that price will go up because I will be introducing 2 other types of readings that I do. And so I'm just going to make changes come June to the channel. I've been doing this for over a year. I'm allowed. But in order to kind of save you money and kind of, you know, not see you, because, I mean, it's your choice. You can do what you want. But if you want to get my most thorough reading at its cheapest price, you should do it soon. Okay? It's not the best sales pitch. I'm not a great salesperson because I don't have it in me to do like the whole, hey guys, this is going to be great for you. It's just like, do you want this? You don't have to have it, but if you would like it, I support you having it. See, that sounds weird. I would. Anyway, Pisces, let me get back into what we're here for, which is you. We're not here to talk about me. We're not gonna talk about me. We're here to talk about you. All right, Pisces. Let me get an outcome for Pisces in mid-April, please. Outcome for Pisces in mid-April 2019, please. Please show me. Wow. Okay. And bottom of the deck is the overall. That's funny. I saw that a little bit in the pre-shuffle. All right, so there we go. Let's flip everything over and see what's shaking, okay? What? Wow. That has been happening because you're my last reading of all the 12 Zodiacs, so you're in your rightful place. But there's been so many major arcanas coming out today. That's crazy. I wish I knew what was going on astrologically, but I didn't study up this week, so I don't really know. All right, please show me Pisces prominent energy in mid-April, please. Please show me Pisces energy, prominent energy in mid-April 2019, please. Thank you. Woo. Okay. That was interesting. They were going back and forth between these 2 cards, but we got there with this one. Okay. All right, Pisces, coming into mid-April, you come in with the Hangman energy. So your secondary major arcana card for Pisces. Well, you've been waiting. But actually, it's more than that. It's not that you've been waiting. I think that you've been actively putting yourself on pause. You know, you took a little time out, you sat down on the bench, looked over the playbook, drank some Gatorade, maybe you stretched a little bit. Like, you've been in like active rest is what I feel. I think that you've been taking care of yourself, taking more days off of work, maybe going on vacation, or, you know, going to have a massage, or if you can't afford any of that stuff, just having a beer and chilling out in front of the TV with like no interruptions, something like that. You've been actively giving yourself pleasure or giving yourself distraction and calmness, or things to kind of keep you occupied, you know, that also, you know, are hobbies or things that make you happy. And while you're doing that, you're getting like closer to being ready for something else. So the time out, essentially going back to that first analogy of, you know, taking a time out, resting in between plays, we do that to kind of get ourselves loose or get ourselves more invigorated and ready to go back into the game, back into the fray, back out onto the field to win the next touch or score the next touchdown or shoot the next basket, whatever the hell. I'm not a sports person, but I know the basics, okay? Yeah, baseball has timeout. I was just like, why did I say anything about baseball? Baseball has timeouts. Anyway, so Pisces, I like this for you because I feel that this was not long overdue, but it was certainly necessary, and you realized how necessary this was. You've had a lot of irons in the fire, or you've had some things you've had to consider for a minute or two, and you've just really, you were almost on the brink, if you didn't cross it, of being overwhelmed, of being like swallowed whole by something, or buried under your mountain of responsibilities and obligations or projects, or, overthinking, overly emotional, just too much. So you knew there was a mountain of too much coming, like fast approaching. So you're like, oh shit, let me call the timeout before I get, completely enveloped in something that's going to be more harmful to me than good. So taking this break, taking this time to heal yourself, to really pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your needs, pay attention to your desires and wants. And really, like I said, I don't mean it in a ooh la la kind of way, but I think you're really finding self-pleasure. Now, for some of you, maybe it is a total sexual thing, a total sexual awakening, or, healing through sex, or healing through self-stimulation. I mean, that is very possible. Pisces, you are a very sensual creature. But I'm meaning it like literally. Whatever tickles your fancy, whitewater rafting, bird watching, going to the tanning salon 3 times a week, having a session in a sensory chamber, or a sensory deprivation chamber, like that shit where you float on the water and like you can't hear anything and it's just you and your thoughts, and like it's kind of creepy, some people have said. Whatever or what you suspected was going to bring pleasure into your life, you are doing it, actively doing it. This is very strange because, or rather, it's not strange. I hope you can get what I'm articulating, because the hangman, when people talk about it, is usually you hang upside down and you don't do anything, and you just like are open to whatever influences and whatever needs to come to you will come to you. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of there, but you're the way that you're enacting this hangman energy is you're giving into your pleasures, you're discovering hobbies or rediscovering hobbies that you've long forgotten. You're taking trips, you're taking vacation. Like I said, some of you are just sitting on the couch drinking a beer and relaxing after a hard day's work. These moments that you are paying attention to yourself, that you are giving yourself pleasure, that you are providing yourself with joy, is giving you insight, giving you clarity, giving you revelation, allowing you to kind of get ready for when you get back into the game, when the timeout is over and that mountain of overwhelming is no longer overwhelming. Now, instead of a mountain, it's a hill, a foothill. So now you're like, oh man, that time away, that time of reflection, that time of distracting myself with my hobbies, it decreases the mountain. Whatever was plaguing you before, or whatever was impending and was about to crash down on you before, you sidestep it because you took a break. Wonderful. Good for you. You need that. Yes. Happy for you. Happy. Now, when you come out of it, what's going on? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, never mind. That's not what we're talking. Well, I guess we're going to get there. Yeah, that's where we're going. Okay, great. So while you're still in this hangman mode, I think you get 2 things that are going on. You got 2 prongs of your, not development, but sort of 2 prongs of your understanding that you're going to kind of come into contact with. The first one, we have the Empress card, major arcana for Taurus and Libra. So you might have a Taurus or a Libra who is significant to you, but you do not have to. But so the first thing that you're coming into realization about yourself, or about your circumstances, or, sort of what was missing in your life, or what you might need to draw emphasis to, is you are a creative person, Pisces, in whatever way we're talking, artistically, We could be talking, you know, you can be creative even in like the STEM fields. You know what I mean? There's just something about you being a creator and being creative in both what you produce or how you think. You might, thank you, creative, also maybe thinking outside the box. You're one of a kind. The Empress is not like anybody else you've ever met in your life, is kind of what I think you're either realizing about yourself or realizing about or realizing and understanding about a facet of your personality, a section of yourself. There's some part of your personality that is very unique and is very like alluring and very attractive, and it's very not useful. Okay, thank you. It's like surprisingly effective, or you can utilize it in a way that you didn't expect before. So going back to the creative thing, if you are artistically inclined, let's say, and you kind of work a 9 to 5, but you have like a vivid imagination, you're pretty good with sketching or something like that, you now realize, I don't need to work this 9 to 5 to make ends meet. I mean, you kind of do, but you're starting to think, is there a way that I can combine my talents, my skills for drawing, for painting, whatever, that not necessarily you want to make it your bread and butter, but you need to let it out, right? Whatever you've been doing previous to this, you felt stifled, you felt as if you would never pick up a paintbrush again. Now that you graduated from art school with your, $100,000 debt or whatever, however much it costs to go to art school, you're just like, well, I have this job, it's steady, but I'm not able to release this unique part of myself, which, is helpful to people. Maybe you went and you for a while were interested in art therapy or something. I don't know. But there's like this, I have this part of myself that's useful, that could be utilized in some type of way, that could be beneficial to not only me, but other people. I have to act on it. I have to get it out. I have to let it out. So the Empress is that creative type. She will take her best attributes, her virtues, and use them for her benefit and the benefit of others, to enrich her life monetarily, enrich her life in terms of joy and happiness, enrich her life in terms of experience, in terms of, garnering relationships with other people, however that comes across for you, Pisces. In this time that you have been on the bench, time with Mr. Hangman there, you realize, damn, I got something good. I'm sitting on a little bit of a gold mine here. I'm sitting here on my talent, or I'm sitting here on my creative ideas, or I'm sitting here on, again, it doesn't have to be art creative. It can, again, be creative thinking. Maybe you have an idea for a new invention, or you have an idea for a new app that has nothing to do with creativity. Like maybe you have an app for like budgeting, like, oh my God, if we could combine this app and then do this other thing, that would be like an amazing way to get people on top of their finances. Now, you might not have any experience in software development or anything like that, but you have this idea. So it's just like you're realizing there's a potential for you nestled away in a corner that not that you have neglected it. It's just you haven't tapped into it for a minute, or you haven't been sort of given the opportunity, or a light bulb hasn't gone off in your mind until now. So the Empress is this, oh, I'm a creator. I'm a creative type, or I'm a creator, and I should be out here creating. I should be out here expressing myself, or I should be out here sharing my ideas or sharing my skills with other people. Perfect. The other prong, the other facet of yourself that you're kind of getting in touch with while you're in this paused Hangman timeout period is the Justice card. Major Arcana card for Libra, so there might be a Libra in your life of significance, but it does not have to be. You know the spiel by now, right? One day I'm just going to stop saying that shit. But I can't, because then there's always the chance there's someone new and they don't know. Anyway, Justice. So, comeuppance. What's due to me is due to me. Like, you have this attitude of, when I get out here on the field again, when the timeout is open, I'm taking no prisoners, and I'm calling people on their mess. If other people or situations are unfair to you, or are unfair to some people that you care about, your family, your friends, you know, your spouse, your dog, I don't care who, you are not about to let it slide. I think you're taking up the sword of justice, you're taking up the scales of justice, and you are kind of, you know, knocking on Libra's door. Hey, Libra, can I borrow your props for a second? I need to, you know, settle a score here, or I need to, you know, set something right in my life. So whatever has been unbalanced or imbalanced, excuse me, sorry. Getting a little tired, man. I've done a few readings here. Anyway, whatever's been imbalanced before this timeout period, when you come out, you're ready to, not in any aggressive way, because Pisces, I've yet to meet any Pisces that's just like, roar. You're more like a, you know, like, no, and no offense, if you're like a super tough Pisces and like you get into street fights and all that kind of stuff, kudos to you, but I've yet to meet a Pisces that's just been like, roar. It's more of like a, roar. Like, it takes a while for you to really get out there and be like, boom, with your intentions. But so the justice that you're seeking and the balance that you're seeking, the fairness that you want to see come to light, or come to life, excuse me, in your life, I feel that you're going to have some influence on it, or kind of start it going. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's not like super aggressive or super like in your face, but maybe now you come out and you have a new set of standards. Maybe coming... That's funny. Okay, so I'm recording this. This is Tuesday. This is the Tuesday after Easter. And for me, I don't celebrate Easter. I was not raised religiously, so I have like very little understanding and or ties to that holiday. But what I do know is that the 10 Commandments where I live comes on TV every Easter. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that scene in that movie where Moses goes up and the fire of God burns the 10 Commandments onto the tablets, and then Moses descends with the tablets. That's what I feel. Like, this is you going up that mountain with the hangman energy. You're getting your new commandments, Pisces commandments. Thou shalt not give me sass. Thou shalt not pay me late. Thou shalt not borrow my car more than 2 times a week. Whatever new foundations or whatever guidelines you're setting for yourself, that's what the Justice card is. That's Moses coming down off the mountain with the tablets and the 10 Commandments saying, and instead of the 10 Commandments, it says Pisces Commandments in parentheses, if you are so inclined, because, you know, Pisces is never that bossy. But that's what I'm feeling for you. It's like you're coming back into the fray, back out onto the field, and there's just new stipulations or new guidelines or new expectations that you have created for yourself. Because again, we're in this creation energy with the Empress, yeah? And so whether other people are quickly or readily aware that you've changed sort of the parameters of things is beyond the point. The point is, you know, and you've thought about how it's fair to you. You've thought about the ways it's going to impact yourself and other people involved, if it's going to better your life, if it's going to harm your life. And Pisces, you're a peaceful person. You're copacetic. You're very much, you know, in the groove of positivity most of the time. Okay? So whatever you're laying out for yourself, whatever you are saying, these are the new rules, it's probably good for everybody involved. The issue will come potentially if people resist it, if people have issue with it and they question you, or they're like, I don't agree with that. Then you're going to be like, well, it doesn't matter if you agree or not. These are the new rules, so suck it. That's when you turn it up. That's when you get a little sassy. Ironically, don't be sassy to Pisces, but Pisces can be a little sassy to you. Okay? Now, where I think this is all leading, of course, is now with the 8 of Wands. So, new rules, kids. Pisces is stepping up a little bit. Pisces is really exerting themselves and really kind of, like I said, sort of taking no prisoners, but as hardcore as Pisces can embody the take no prisoners mantra or attitude, right? So Eight of Wands, you know, quick communication, maybe quick travel, maybe this is a quick, you know, weekend trip that you have where it's like, you know, I just need to get away, clear my head, and then you come back Monday morning, Tuesday morning, you're like, okay, new rules, everybody, and here's Pisces on a glow up, and I'm feeling myself, I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling accomplished, or I'm feeling ready to tackle new endeavors in my life, and it's just quick fire. But you know, as Pisces, you like to be comfortable, so it's as quick as you like it to be. If like the speed limit is 80 and top speed for you is 60, that's it. And people are like, oh, Pisces, slow down. It's 80 miles per hour. You're like, yeah, I'm going 60, suckers. It's like, you're not going to overexert yourself, and you're not going to be so kind of shoot from the hip that it's sort of reckless or irresponsible. You're always going to be somewhat contained and level-headed about things, okay? Now, in the other way, this could be communication coming into you, but I'm feeling more, this is more like you projecting out to the world and the people around you. But you could expect some of that coming back to you. So again, if you've gone away for a weekend trip or, you know, a mini vacation, whatever, and you come back and there's like 50 emails in your inbox, don't get excited, don't get overwhelmed, just handle it, you know, piecemeal it out to yourself over the next day or two. You know what I mean? So if anything's coming into you, I'm not feeling that it's harsh. I'm not feeling that it's, you know, with sass or anything like that. I really feel you're going to have a handle on all the communication, all the energies that are coming and going into your life. Might be a few hiccups here and there, but ultimately, I feel it's like clear sailing for you for the most part. Like, again, like one of those wands might, you know, get lodged in somebody's backyard or go crashing through somebody's kitchen window, and it's like, oops, sorry. But I feel for the most part, what you're choosing to execute, what you're choosing to communicate towards other people, what you're choosing to, you know, sort of set new guidelines on and new expectations on, it will be fulfilled or adhered to because you are setting the new precedents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's lovely. I like that for you. Now, outcome for this mid-April period for you Pisces is the Nine of Cups. Wonderful. Wish fulfillment. Beautiful. Whatever you've been wishing for, hoping for, it should be coming to light. It should be starting to take shape in your life. And if not, you would be laying the foundation. You know, this guy kind of looks like he's in an ale shop, or I always thought when I watched this on, you know, YouTube, different tarot readers, when I saw this card, I never got a clear shot of it before I got this deck. I always thought he was a baker, but I see now he's kind of like, you know, in a winery or an ale place. But let's go with baking because I would love a cake right now. So if it's not your wishes are coming true just yet, or your wish fulfillment is upon you yet, you are, you know, getting the batter together. You're getting the ingredients together to make your cake batter. You are setting the intentions of, okay, now that I've been on hiatus and I came out a little flexed, came out and I flexed on them a little bit, you know, let everybody know there's a new sheriff in town. Now that I've done that, I've set that standard and I've let people know what's going on with me. What do I want? Like, what does Pisces want? And you're like sitting there, and maybe you're journaling, or maybe you're making a vision board, or maybe you're just sitting there, you know, adding things to your Amazon wish list. I don't know. There's this idea of compiling or somehow taking inventory, either with physical objects or possessions in your life, or just more so, what do I have now and what do I want on top of it? It's like, how do I increase, or how do I add to this joy and contentment that I have in this regard? Whether that be your physical possessions, whether that be relationships in your life. I love my friends, I love my family. They're great, but I think I need to meet more people, because maybe, you know, you're, you know, a sort of shy Pisces, or someone who's not overly social. It's like maybe you've got 2 friends and, you know, you're an only child and you live with your parents. I don't know. So there's this idea of, I want to have more people in my life because I already love the people I'm surrounded by. I want more people in my life, so I need to start meeting new people. And how do I do that? So it's just this intention setting with the Nine of Cups, or it's coming to you relatively soon, I would say. Probably at the latest, I'm feeling like a over the summer kind of thing. And if you've been with me for a while, you know I'm not a temporal reader. You know I don't really go with time. But that's just what I'm looking at this, and I'm like feeling like festivities in like June or July. So like being ready to celebrate when things come your way, when those wishes are finally fulfilled and you're like, oh my God, I got all the things off my Amazon wish list, thank you. Something like that. Or I've made a new best friend, yay. All right, guys, your overall for the mid-month period, dun dun dun, but it totally makes sense, is the 10 of Wands. So overall, this will be a challenge to you, of course, because, you know, Pisces, no offense, you don't really like a lot of heavy lifting. Like, you might be a really yoked, you know, very bulky, you know, very physically strong Pisces, but ultimately you're a soft, gooey centered person that you might be able to withstand a lot of physical endurance and a lot of physical strife, but ultimately I feel Pisces prefers things to be smooth sailing, clear open waters, clear open sky. Dear God, please don't throw a hurricane in my face. So this is like representative of, there will be moments where there's going to be a hurricane or there's going to be a heavy storm out there on the seas, and it's going to feel like, oh, you're going to want to quit. You're going to want to say, you know what, maybe I was thinking too big. Maybe I was dreaming too big. Who am I? I can't do these things. And there will be moments of self-doubt. You will second guess and you will question your own abilities. And I'm going to say push through it, because that's the thing. That's the other thing about the 10s. They've already hit that high point. They've already hit that, you know, crescendo point. And if you persist, it will eventually dissipate and it will turn over, and you will be able to release the burden. You will be able to release the tension that you are experiencing in the moment. So if you have a bad day at work after you come back, after you come back from vacation, and let's say the first week is good, but then the second week you have like a terrible Tuesday and you're just like, oh shit, now my whole thing is just ruined. No. Don't be so knee-jerky, Pisces. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Really push through and really remember all that you did when you were in your timeout. Remember the dreams and the hopes and the wishes that you're setting for yourself, and really just like kind of pay this as little attention as possible. If you need to take a half a day, or, you know, by 11 o'clock on that Tuesday, you're just like, you know what, this day is effed. Take the rest of the day off. Go home. Come back on Wednesday. Hit it again. Okay? Pisces, we did it. I always sing to you guys. I always do sing-song voice with you guys. I guess it's because, you know, you guys are special to me. Anyway, Pisces, that is your reading for mid-April. If you liked it, there is a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonates with you in your life. Please leave me a comment, because I will read it and I'll give you a little heart or a like. It depends. Depends on my mood, I guess. Or sometimes I actually reply. Ooh. But if you do want to tell me how this resonated with you, I would love to read that stuff. It really gives me affirmation as a reader and encourages me to keep going. You know, it's like Tinkerbell with the applause. Also, you can share this video across your social media platforms. That allows other people who might not be usually on YouTube to see what I have to offer over here. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. I have seen a tremendous amount of growth with the subscriptions over the past, I'd say, 2 months. So that's been pretty amazing. And so I obviously have all of my viewers to thank for that. So if you want to continue to help me grow, interacting with the channel in any and all of those ways will help. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. It lets me know what I need to work on. And it also shows YouTube, hey, we should promote these videos for this EmpathicFire person, because, you know, other people need to see her shit. So if you want to help a girl out, I am totally open to it. Pisces, I will be back. I mean, it's pretty much May almost. But for you specifically, I'll probably be back in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I'm going to have your May readings at that time. And then, of course, I'll do a mid-May. And I'll probably do randoms and all that good stuff. So if you're subscribed and you got the notification bell, you'll see all that stuff come up. And if you are not and you don't want to miss that stuff coming up, make sure you subscribe, okay? Pisces, I thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.